Have you found yourself lying awake long after the world has gone quiet, staring at the ceiling and counting the hours until the alarm clock becomes your enemy? For so many of us, crossing the threshold of 60 seems to come with an unwelcome thief that steals our deep restorative sleep. This is not a mere inconvenience. It is a profound and debilitating challenge that casts a long shadow over our waking hours. The night, once a sanctuary for rest and rejuvenation, transforms into a battlefield of restless thoughts, twitching limbs, and a constant awareness of time slipping away. You've likely tried it all: the promises of sleeping pills that leave you groggy and disconnected, a chemical fog that mimics sleep but fails to deliver its true benefits. You have explored the world of melatonin, a supplement that feels like a hit or miss gamble, sometimes offering a gentle descent into slumber, and other times doing nothing at all. You have brewed endless cups of herbal tea, the chamomile and valerian root blends that offer a fleeting sense of comfort but little real, lasting rest. Each morning the story is the same. You wake up feeling as if you've run a marathon in your sleep, your body aching with a phantom fatigue, your joints stiff, and your mind shrouded in a persistent fog that makes simple decisions feel like monumental tasks. The vibrancy of life seems muted, your patience wears thin, and the joy you once found in your days is blunted by the sheer exhaustion of it all. But what if the most profound solution to this nightly struggle isn't found in a pharmacy, a specialist's office, or a new age wellness retreat? What if the key to unlocking the peaceful, uninterrupted sleep you've been so desperately missing is not some exotic, expensive discovery, but a simple, familiar ingredient, one that has been a cornerstone of cooking for millennia, hiding in plain sight in your own kitchen? What if a humble bulb, so often relegated to the role of a flavor enhancer, holds the ancient, potent secret to reclaiming your nights and, by extension, your days? Get ready, because the ancient secret we are about to uncover has the power to completely transform your relationship with sleep. While we will explore several gentle and effective methods, each with its own unique merit, the final one we share is a true game changer, a holistic approach capable of producing a noticeable, life-altering difference in just a few short days. If you are truly ready to end the war with your pillow, to silence the racing thoughts, and to wake up feeling genuinely refreshed, revitalized, and ready to embrace the day with clarity and energy, you cannot afford to miss a single word of what's to come. The ancient secret to restful nights. Long before modern science began to unravel the complex mysteries of the human body with its sophisticated tools and clinical trials, ancient civilizations possessed a deep, intuitive understanding of the profound power held within a simple clove of garlic. This was never just a pungent bulb used for flavoring food. It was a revered medicinal powerhouse, a sacred plant whose virtues were documented in the earliest medical texts and passed down through generations of healers. In the meticulously detailed scrolls of ancient Egypt, such as the Ebers Papyrus dating back to 1550 BC, garlic was prescribed for a host of ailments and was famously given to the laborers who built the Great Pyramids to enhance their stamina, fortify their bodies, and protect them from disease. In the sophisticated system of traditional Chinese medicine, garlic was classified as a warm, pungent herb capable of moving qi and blood, and it was a potent ally against ailments of the breath and blood, used to expel cold and dampness from the body and restore vital energy. Across ancient Greece, the father of medicine, Hippocrates, championed its use for respiratory problems and poor digestion, while in ancient India, the foundational texts of Ayurveda celebrated garlic as a rasayana, a substance that promotes longevity and rejuvenation, despite its rajasic nature that could stir the passions. Its virtues were whispered through generations as a remedy for everything from intestinal parasites to circulatory sluggishness. Today, rigorous scientific research is finally catching up to this vast repository of ancient wisdom, validating what our ancestors knew through observation and experience, and in doing so, revealing another of garlic's remarkable talents: its significant and often dramatic ability to improve the quality and depth of sleep, especially in older adults whose sleep architecture has become fragmented and fragile over time. The magic is not a single, simplistic mechanism, but a symphony of biochemical actions, all originating from a powerful sulfur compound called allicin. This is the very substance that is formed when garlic is crushed or chopped, giving it its signature potent aroma, but it also works as a mild, natural sedative for the central nervous system. When you introduce garlic into your evening routine, the allicin gets to work, helping to gently relax blood vessels, which in turn improves circulation, calms your heart rate, and eases the subtle, persistent undercurrent of physiological anxiety that can keep you tossing and turning for hours. But its benefits go even deeper, striking at the very root of our sleep-wake cycle. Garlic actively and naturally encourages your body to ramp up its production of serotonin, a crucial neurotransmitter often called the feel-good chemical for its role in mood regulation. Serotonin does more than lift your spirits. It is the direct biochemical precursor to melatonin, the hormone that acts as the master conductor of your body's sleep orchestra, governing your circadian rhythm. When your serotonin levels are properly balanced and supported, your body receives a clear, unmistakable signal that it's time to wind down, making it immeasurably easier to drift into a state of deep, restorative rest, and more importantly, to stay there throughout the night, cycling through the essential stages of sleep without the disruptive awakenings that rob you of true restoration. You do not need to consume massive, unpalatable amounts to feel the effects. What truly matters is using this ancient ally with intention, at the right time and in the right way. A single clove, a warm, soothing drink, or a simple topical application before bed can be the gentle, effective nudge your body needs to remember the lost art of sleeping soundly and deeply once again. The simplest trick: a clove under your pillow. Perhaps the most beautifully simple, accessible, and time-honored method for harnessing garlic's sleep-inducing power is one that requires no ingestion at all, bypassing any concerns about taste or digestive sensitivity. This is a classic folk remedy, a piece of quiet, homespun wisdom passed down from our grandparents and great-grandparents, who lived closer to the rhythms of the earth and understood that nature often provides the most elegant and surprisingly effective solutions. The practice is as straightforward as it sounds. It involves placing a single fresh clove of garlic under your pillow just before you go to bed. You do not eat it, you do not chop it, you do not apply it to your skin. You simply let its presence work its subtle magic as you sleep. To begin this nightly ritual, select a fresh, firm clove of garlic. The freshness is key, as older sprouting cloves have lost much of their potency. Gently peel the paper-thin skin away to release its volatile oils and aromatic compounds. Then, simply place this naked clove inside your pillowcase, tucking it into a corner, or position it just under the edge of the pillow where your head will rest. The method is discreet and requires nothing more than a moment of mindful preparation before you settle in for the night. As you lie down, and the warmth from your body and head begins to gently heat the garlic, its subtle, earthy aroma will gradually and imperceptibly diffuse into the air around you. This scent does more than just create a unique olfactory environment. The potent sulfur compounds in garlic, particularly allicin and its derivatives, have a natural, scientifically backed ability to soothe the sinuses and help clear nasal passages. For many older adults who struggle with mild sleep apnea, chronic congestion, or disruptive snoring, this can be a game changer. It promotes easier, deeper, and more consistent breathing through the nose, which is critical for maintaining restorative sleep. When you breathe more freely, you prevent the microarousals that occur when your airway is partially obstructed, allowing your body to remain in the deeper stages of sleep for longer periods. Simultaneously, as this gentle, barely there scent envelops you, the volatile compounds are inhaled and have a calming, almost hypnotic effect on the nervous system. The allicin works to gently relax you, making it easier to let go of the day's worries and fall into a profound, deep sleep, one that is less likely to be fragmented by the sudden awakenings that so often plague those over 60. Remember to replace the clove with a fresh one each night to ensure you are getting the full benefit of its active compounds. It is a tiny, seemingly insignificant action, a ritual that costs pennies and takes seconds. Yet for many, it could be the long sought-after key to experiencing a completely new and improved quality of sleep within just a few nights of practice. Grounding your body, the soul-soothing poultice. For those whose sleeplessness is characterized not just by a racing mind, but by a restless body, twitchy legs, a feeling of being ungrounded, or a persistent, anxious energy that seems to hum just beneath the skin, this next method may sound unusual, but it is deeply rooted in the ancient wisdom of traditional healing systems that view the body as an interconnected whole. This powerful technique involves applying garlic directly to the soles of your feet, a practice that leverages the principles of reflexology and traditional Chinese medicine. In these ancient healing philosophies, the feet are not merely appendages for walking. They are seen as a microcosm, a detailed map of the entire body, home to a dense network of thousands of nerve endings and vital acupressure points, known as meridians, that connect to every major organ and system. One of the most important of these points, considered a gateway for grounding and calming energy, is located in the soft depression in the center of the sole, just below the ball of the foot. In traditional Chinese medicine, this point is known as Yongquan, or Kidney 1, which translates to gushing spring. Stimulating this specific point is believed to anchor your qi, vital life force, draw excess energy and heat down from the head, balance circulation throughout the body, and powerfully relax the Shen, or spirit mind, which is essential for promoting a deep, natural, and untroubled slumber. To practice this profoundly calming ritual, begin by creating a tranquil environment for yourself in the evening. Start by washing your feet in warm water, perhaps with a handful of Epsom salts, and then drying them thoroughly. This not only cleanses the skin, but also begins the process of relaxation. Next, peel and finely crush or mince 3 to 5 cloves of fresh garlic to create a rough, moist paste. The act of crushing is essential as it initiates the chemical reaction that produces the potent allicin. Apply this paste directly to the Yongquan point in the center of each sole. To keep the garlic in place, you can secure it with a piece of medical gauze, a small strip of a clean cloth, or even a large adhesive bandage. Allow this grounding poultice to rest on your feet for approximately 10 to 20 minutes in the evening, ideally about 30 to 60 minutes before you plan to go to sleep. As you relax with your feet elevated, the active compounds in the garlic begin to absorb through the thin, porous skin of the soles, gently stimulating this powerful acupoint. Many people report a pleasant, soothing, warming sensation that slowly spreads up through their legs and into their entire body, effectively loosening the knots of physical and mental tension as it goes. Those who try this ritual 2 to 4 times a week often report that after just a few sessions, their body feels significantly less tense, their mind is remarkably calmer, and they drift off to sleep with an unprecedented ease. Some have even noted that their frustrating habit of waking up like clockwork at 3 a.m. has completely vanished. A word of caution is prudent. Raw garlic is potent and can cause a strong warming or even a slight burning sensation on particularly sensitive skin. It is wise to start with a shorter duration, perhaps just 5 minutes, to see how your body reacts, and to avoid practicing this every single night to give your skin a rest. The comforting elixir, a warm garlic milk brew. There is a deep, primal comfort rooted in the ritual of sipping a warm drink before bed, an act that can effortlessly transport us back to a feeling of childhood safety, care, and tranquility. This third method beautifully combines that profound psychological comfort with the potent therapeutic benefits of garlic to create a nourishing, soul-soothing elixir that calms the body from the inside out, a simple but beloved remedy in many global wellness traditions, From Ayurveda to European folk medicine, this warm drink of garlic, milk, and honey works on multiple synergistic levels to prepare your mind and body for a night of deep, uninterrupted rest. The garlic, with its allicin content, acts as a gentle nervine, helping to calm an overactive nervous system and fight the low-grade systemic inflammation that can be a hidden cause of sleep disruption. The warm milk, a timeless remedy for sleeplessness, contains the amino acid tryptophan, which the body uses as a building block to produce serotonin. This serotonin is then converted into melatonin, the master hormone of sleep. Furthermore, the very warmth of the milk sends a gentle, time-honored signal to the brain that it's time to rest, relaxing the muscles of the digestive system and creating a feeling of inner peace. Finally, a small touch of raw, unprocessed honey not only soothes the throat and mind with its subtle sweetness, but also plays a crucial biochemical role. It helps to stabilize blood sugar levels overnight by providing the liver with an adequate supply of glycogen, preventing the sudden dips in blood sugar that can trigger the release of stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline, causing you to wake up abruptly in the middle of the night. Preparing this comforting, sleep-inducing brew is wonderfully simple and can become a cherished part of your evening wind-down routine. Take approximately 5 cloves of fresh garlic, peel them and either crush them slightly or chop them finely to activate the allicin. Add these prepared cloves to 1 cup, about 250 ml, of fresh milk in a small saucepan. You can use whole dairy milk for its richness, or if you are lactose intolerant, almond or oat milk make excellent substitutes. Allow the mixture to simmer gently over very low heat for about 10 to 15 minutes. This process does 2 important things. It fully infuses the milk with garlic's therapeutic compounds, and it significantly mellows the garlic's pungent intensity, making the final drink surprisingly palatable and smooth. Once simmered, carefully strain the milk through a fine mesh sieve to remove the garlic pieces and allow it to cool to a comfortably warm, drinkable temperature. Finally, stir in a single spoonful of high-quality raw honey until it dissolves completely. Find a quiet, comfortable spot and sip this warm garlic milk slowly and mindfully about 30 to 60 minutes before you intend to go to bed. Many people who adopt this ritual find that after just a few consecutive nights, they not only fall asleep faster and more easily, but also experience a much deeper quality of sleep, waking up without that heavy, groggy feeling that often accompanies pharmaceutical sleep aids. For those who are frequently bothered by bloating, gas, or indigestion in the evening, this warm, gentle drink also has the added benefit of warming the stomach and supporting healthy digestion, easing any physical discomfort that might otherwise interrupt your precious sleep. The ultimate transformation, the magic of black garlic. Now we arrive at the method that may truly surprise you, the one that transcends simple remedies and holds the potential for the most profound, lasting, and holistic transformation of your sleep and overall well-being. Few would ever imagine that a dark, sticky, and surprisingly sweet-tasting food could be the secret weapon against chronic, stubborn sleeplessness. But that is precisely the unparalleled magic of black garlic. It is crucial to understand that black garlic is not a separate, exotic variety of garlic grown in some faraway land. It is regular white garlic, Allium sativum, that has undergone a remarkable and meticulous transformation through a slow, natural aging process. Whole bulbs of garlic are held at a consistently controlled, low heat and high humidity for an extended period, typically between 80 to 90 days. This patient process, which is technically a combination of the Maillard reaction and slow enzymatic fermentation, fundamentally changes the garlic's physical, chemical, and nutritional profile. Its cloves soften to a tender, jelly-like texture. Its pungent, sharp odor is completely eliminated, and it is replaced by a complex, rich, and deeply savory sweet flavor reminiscent of balsamic vinegar, tamarind, or molasses, with subtle notes of fig and raisin. Most importantly for our purposes, this alchemical transformation dramatically enhances its health benefits, making it exponentially more potent as a therapeutic agent. The fermentation process converts the volatile and somewhat unstable allicin into far more stable, water-soluble, and bioavailable compounds, most notably S-allyl-cysteine, SAC. Furthermore, the antioxidant levels in black garlic skyrocket, often containing up to 10 times the concentration found in its raw counterpart. In the specific context of sleep, black garlic is an undisputed superstar because it significantly enhances the body's natural ability to produce and regulate serotonin in a more stable and sustainable way than raw garlic. This creates a resilient, well-balanced foundation for your body to generate the melatonin it needs for a healthy, natural sleep rhythm governed by your own internal clock rather than an external substance. With serotonin levels that are consistently supported, sleep no longer feels like a nightly battle to be won, but rather a gentle, natural state that your body can easily enter into and, crucially, maintain throughout the night, moving gracefully through all the necessary sleep cycles. The most wonderful part is how incredibly simple it is to incorporate this superfood into your life. There are no poultices to make or special drinks to brew. You only need to eat 2 to 4 cloves of black garlic each day. Many find it beneficial to have 1 or 2 cloves in the morning after waking to support mood and energy throughout the day, and another 1 or 2 in the evening, perhaps about 30 minutes before your dinner. You can eat them straight from the jar, chewing them slowly and thoughtfully to savor their unique and delicious taste. Or you can easily incorporate them into your meals by mashing them into sauces, dressings, or spreading them on toast. Many people over the age of 60 who have made this a daily habit report truly life-changing results. They find that not only do they sleep better and more deeply than they have in years, but they also feel lighter, digest their food more easily, experience less joint inflammation, and wake up with a clearer, sharper mind. This is the profound power of a natural process that supports the body holistically, addressing the root causes of imbalance rather than just masking the symptoms without forcing the body or creating any risk of dependency. Reclaiming your rest. Sleep, especially as we age, should not be viewed as a finite resource that is gone forever once it becomes elusive. It is, and always will be, a fundamental and natural rhythm that has simply been disturbed by the countless small and large stresses of modern daily life, by hormonal shifts, and by the subtle accumulation of inflammation and anxiety within our bodies. The journey back to consistently restful nights, therefore, does not necessarily require a drastic, expensive, or complicated overhaul of your entire life. Sometimes, all it takes is one small, conscious step in a new direction, one new evening habit, one simple, ancient and powerful ingredient like garlic to be the clear and gentle signal your body needs to feel safe, calm, and ready for deep, restorative rest. We have explored 4 distinct and powerful paths you can take on this journey, each with its own unique character and appeal. There is the gentle, almost mystical whisper of a single clove placed under your pillow, a method rooted in folk wisdom and aromatherapy. There is the deeply grounding and physical ritual of a poultice on the soles of your feet, an approach that speaks to the ancient traditions of reflexology and energy work. There is the comforting, nurturing embrace of a warm garlic milk brew, a method that soothes both the psyche and the digestive system. And finally, there is the profound, holistic, and delicious transformation offered by the daily consumption of black garlic, a true superfood that works from the inside out to rebalance your body's core chemistry. You do not need to feel overwhelmed or try to implement them all at once. The most effective approach is to simply choose the one method that resonates most deeply with you, the one that feels most aligned with your personality and lifestyle, and commit to practicing it with patience and consistency for at least a week. Be patient with yourself and, most importantly, listen to your body. Pay attention to the subtle shifts in how you feel as you fall asleep, the quality of your dreams, and your energy levels upon waking. As you do, you will likely find your natural sleep rhythm gradually, gently returning, like a forgotten melody you are slowly beginning to remember. Your nights will become peaceful again, and your mornings will once again dawn with the renewed energy, mental clarity, and sense of well-being that you thought you had lost for good.